One, joined with Connor Carsons, Nick Gwynn on the call. How we doing?
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
You in laptop form.
What's up?
I said you're in laptop form.
I am. We've never done in person and in Zoom at the same time, so.
A little weird, honestly.
We're testing this out right now, so bear with us a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's for a football episode.
We back, crew. Come on. We back. NFL's back, baby.
Yes, sir.
It's crazy because, like, I'm, like, the only basketball, like, mind, I guess, like, football in season for sure. We all tap in, like, after football season's over with the basketball.
In season, I put on my NBA mind.
It's just, like...
But when NBA is out of season, it's all football.
Yeah.
All football.
But got our season predictions. A couple episodes ago, we did a division, like, rankings and everything else, just talking about every team throughout their offseason after everything in the offseason concluded. And now we're going to be getting into just award predictions and then kind of, like, playoffs, like, who we think is going to win the Super Bowl, kind of what teams are going to make the playoffs, stuff like that. But first, we do got some news about Jonathan Taylor. Apparently, they couldn't find a trade for him.
Which is bullshit.
Which I don't believe.
I don't believe it either.
Do you think they're trying to, like, ask for, like, a king's ransom?
Well, so they've asked for a first-round pick, and I don't know why a first-round pick is, like, crazy for Jonathan Taylor. Like, I think Jonathan Taylor's worth a first-round pick. Mm-hmm. Especially for teams that have multiple, like the Bears. So I think we could give up a first-round pick and bring him in, which, I mean, it's only a problem because he wants the extension as well. So you're going to get him basically for the 1 year, and then throughout the season or at the end of the season, he's going to want a bag. He's going to want to redo the running back market like every running back wants to do. So he's going to end up asking for a lot of fucking money, which I think that might be scaring teams off.
I'm surprised.
That's for sure the reason why they can't find a trade.
Mm-hmm.
Is because not only is it a first-round pick that I don't think people want to send, honestly. I mean, to be fair, Jonathan Taylor was a second-round pick.
Yeah.
He got picked in the second round. But without that, just the fact that you're going to have to potentially pay him top dollar running back market money is really, I think, the reason why people aren't doing it. For sure.
I think it did make sense for the teams that were interested, though, like the Bears, because the Bears have still a lot of bread.
It was like us, the Dolphins,
Bills.
Eagles were even talked into it.
Eagles, I heard, yeah.
Bills and Eagles, I didn't, just because I don't see, like, the whole money thing after this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think, unless you're wanting to give, like, especially if you're the Bills, like a first-round pick for just a big all-in year, like, for the Bills' perspective, like, Von Miller's getting up there in age and everything else, and your roster's kind of, like, you guys can't sustain just losing to, like, the Chiefs or the Bengals in the divisional again.
They're not going to have Von Miller for the first 4 games.
Yeah. So, I did like the Bears because the Bears had money, and that rushing attack with Fields and Taylor would have been disgusting. And you guys do, like, need... It would be interesting to see you guys have that kind of, like, a running back, like, a big star running back.
It would have opened up our offense like crazy. Like, considering, like... I like Herbert. Like, Khalil Herbert's really good. I fuck with him a lot. But he's not like a threat. Like, Jonathan Taylor is a big name, a made name, a star in the league, like, already. Like, you go back there and you look at the Bears offense and you, like, pluck in Jonathan Taylor. Like, that's fucking crazy. The play actions will be a lot smoother. Everything else will be, because people will actually fear the running game from us. Which, I mean, we were a decent running game last year with Dave Montgomery, which Dave Montgomery has a lot more credibility than Khalil Herbert does. I mean, that's why he got a bag in the offseason. So, I don't know. I think he would have helped us a lot. I think our offense would have been crazy, like crazy good if we ended up getting him. But I think he'll end up getting moved eventually because, like, it's just going to look bad on the Colts for them to not trade him at some point, and then I think someone's probably going to end up caving.
I think a team's just going to randomly come out of nowhere.
I mean,
offer him something.
They added him to the PUP list, so that means he's out the first 4 weeks. So, and I don't even know who their starting running back is right now. It could be Kenyon Drake. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
I don't even... Because they traded away... They traded away Hines?
Yeah, he's on the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the Bills now.
So I don't know who they brought in. I don't really remember. But yeah, they're going to be in need of a total haul because that offense isn't going to be very good. I don't think.
It shouldn't. They're building around Anthony Richardson now, who's starting
it's
week
Deion
1.
Jackson, that's who it is.
Damn. Damn.
It's Deion Jackson.
Damn. So you got Anthony Richardson, who's not proven yet, and you have Michael Pittman.
Yeah.
That's about it. They don't have a tight end.
And then Alec Pierce.
Yeah.
Alec Pierce is decent. Where'd he go? Cincinnati.
He's still the Colts.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about like college.
Oh.
I think he went to Cincinnati, but he's decent.
But still, yeah.
Oh no, I've just started a Madden rebuild with the Colts. No. Oh,
No.
No.
How's it not going
The
well?
O line, they had one of the best O lines in the league 2 years ago. Like that's why Jonathan
broke out.
Taylor literally was the rushing leader. Like I don't know, people just disrespect running backs so much. We've talked about it already, but it's just hard to be a running back nowadays.
Somebody's gonna come get him.
Hope so.
Somebody because it always happens. Like somebody gets hurt.
It'll turn into someone get hurt.
Yeah.
It's gonna
And
be a
then-
mid-season deadline trade.
Mhm.
Yeah. But like it won't be. I damn near hope it's the Bears. Like imagine the
Be
Bears
awesome.
like damn near 500, like going into the deadline or something like that.
I would kill to have Jonathan Taylor in a Bears uniform.
Wow, Vikings really aren't winning the division.
Our offense would be crazy. We'd have probably the best offense in the division.
Would
If
you
we
be
had-
willing to pay like a 4-year, $60 million contract after that?
How old is Jonathan Taylor?
Not very old.
25, 6,
He's 24.
24.
I would pay Jonathan Taylor.
Then you have him
I
and
don't even know if
Fields.
that's even the market.
I would pay him what he
15
wanted.
million.
I'd pay him what he wanted. And if he really, it's so dirty, bro. But if we really had to, we just franchise tag him
No,
after everything that just happened, and we just franchise tag him again.
I think I would take care of him.
I hope so.
I think you guys would.
The Bears have a revolving door when it comes to running backs. So we do not keep running backs. We keep
You
running
guys
backs.
don't like to commit to it, right?
We do not commit to a running back. The longest running back we had was Matt Forte, and we had him for a fat minute. But then after that, it dropped off to having running backs. Like, we would have a running back for 3 years, and we get rid of him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Jordan Howard was a Pro Bowler and ran for over 1,000 yards 3 times, and we cut him. And then David Montgomery came in. I'm pretty sure he made the Pro Bowl 1 time at least. Was a top 5 rusher in 2020, and then we cut him. Or didn't cut him. We just didn't re-sign him. So now we're rolling on with Khalil Herbert because he's on a rookie contract and he's cheap.
Then
So-
you guys are gonna either draft somebody or get.
We already
Jonathan
drafted
Taylor.
someone.
Yeah,
we have B. John Robinson's backup from Texas is our backup. Roshan Johnson or something like that. I think he'll end up getting a lot of playing time. And we got Deontay Foreman. So we have a lot of cooks in the kitchen for running backs. But fuck, we'll give y'all Khalil Herbert. Like, give us Jonathan Taylor. We'll even give y'all something back.
It's like I damn near hope he gets traded to you guys because I feel like you guys are the only team with the amount of money to like treat him right.
It's either us or the Dolphins that make the most sense because the Dolphins have never really had a good running back ever. They just got rid of Myles Gaskin. They just got rid of Myles Gaskin, who was like their guy. But I mean, the last time they had a good running back was like Ricky Williams, and that was so long ago. So I don't.
Well, man, they had Jay Ajayi.
Oh yeah, for like a season.
Dolphins with
Like,
Jonathan
was it-
Taylor would be fucking insane.
Nah,
Dolphins offense would be nasty with Jonathan Taylor.
No, that offense would be. That's probably. the
They'd
best
be able to
offense.
do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Like if Tua would just
Yeah,
play normal.
You have the top 5 fastest receivers in the NFL, and then you add Jonathan Taylor in your backfield.
Mhm.
Fucking. But who knows? Hopefully, he does get traded
I
to the
hope
right
so.
situation.
God, I hope so.
Another
He
thing.
probably- if he went to the Dolphins, I think he'd have a better year than his great year last year or 2 years ago.
You think?
Yeah,
I think they feed him.
I think they would feed.
It would take so much pressure off of Tua.
Yeah.
Oh my
Like
God.
and like Tyreek Hill and all of them, like it'd be so easy.
Another thing that like we were talking about before the pod was the Cardinals, and it's been
Tank
seemed
it.
like they're actively tanking right
Tanking
now.
it.
And we were talking about if they get the first overall pick, and you still have Kyler, and then you have Caleb Williams. We were talking about Kyler's like contract before we started, and like he's not really somebody you can just move.
You can't move him because the contract is so bad. Nick looked it up. His contract starts this year or like next year or something. And you said if they got rid of him, the dead cap would be like almost $100 million.
I don't know exactly how dead cap works, but it said 97 million.
That's crazy.
So
So you would have to like
that's a lot. That's a lot of money.
you got to do like
Can't use.
I don't know. Yeah, they traded for Josh
Like, they almost
Dobbs.
have to do the thing where they would take on the money.
Yeah,
Like, there's a way you can do that. you'd probably have to give up. You probably wouldn't get anything that much back
No.
for him anymore. But
it's so hard to see them just like it's. They're just tanking. They're gonna be bad.
Yeah,
they know they're gonna be bad. Like there could be a Cardinals fire sale at the trade deadline.
With who
like
else?
Rondale Moore is definitely
Rondale Moore, Hollywood Brown's probably gone.
Brown is gone.
James Conner's probably gone. Anybody on the defense that they even Buda Baker might want out. I mean, all this stuff that's going on. Like I feel bad for their coach because he's new, and like he was the Eagles like OC or DC last year,
OC.
Yeah.
and now he's coming into a fucking dumpster fire.
Well, at least if I was like somebody like him, to where I'm pretty sure he got a
Gotta
long-term
embrace the
deal.
tank.
He had like having something freshly, because what that Arizona had wasn't anything that would have grown in a couple years anyways. I feel like so him being able to really like start like a whole fresh ass organization, it seems like, and like the only player I don't see them moving, depending on because like if they get the number one pick or not, is like Hollywood Brown because of him and Kyler. So
I still think you even move him.
you think so?
Yeah, I think you got to get. He
It
hasn't
sounds like
done.
you should,
He
but
hasn't done shit since he's got there, and he's
Think
been
you
there
just
for 2
bring in
years
all
now.
assets?
Huh?
Bring in the most assets you possibly can.
I think you try to bring in I think you try to get a fuck ton of money as much as you can with the Kyler thing going on, and then you try to stack up on some picks, and I don't know, maybe make like a draft day move or something like the Eagles did to get AJ Brown, and stuff. I don't know. It's just gonna suck. They're gonna be bad for the next like 3 years.
Yeah.
So you have to damn near embrace the tank.
If they
And-
got Caleb Williams, that's like the thing. If they
Yeah.
can get him, I feel like he's the only person
They're
like
going
that
to
in
get
this
him in
draft
Marvin Harrison.
They easily could.
That's crazy.
because they have 2 picks, don't they?
They have
They have someone's pick.
they have the
They have their own, and they
traded up
have
last year was the Texans.
2 picks.
They could have the Texans pick. That
Someone
makes,
traded up in this past draft.
Yeah.
for a first round pick.
Yeah, they have 2 picks,
Damn.
so they could have 2 picks. Like
I think it was the Texans.
for I don't know whose pick it is though.
Yeah, I mean, if they got Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison, that'd help a lot. I mean, then you kind of just got to figure out the O-line and stuff and make sure your defense isn't shit. And they still got old-ass Zach Ertz on that team.
Oh
I mean,
my God.
yeah. I mean,
Send him somewhere else, bro.
he's got to go. Yeah, send him to a contender. Send him like the Titans or something.
He was having a great year before he got hurt
Mhm.
last year.
I think, but he tears ACL,
Yeah.
something like that. And they got a really good a really good backup tight end in Zach McBride behind him. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it's going to suck for them. Trust me, the Bears have been in rebuild mode for the past couple of years. I know how it feels.
We ready to get into awards?
Yeah, we can.
Whoever wants to start.
I mean, I got Josh Allen winning MVP. I think if there was any year for the Bills to kind of tee the fuck up, I think it's this year. I think they know their window's
You
closing.
definitely said that last year.
Probably. I know that like if their window's closing, or if they know their window's closing, and I think that they're gonna. I feel bad for the Bills running back room, because them motherfuckers ain't running the ball. It don't matter what they're up; they're gonna throw the ball. So I got him maybe because I can see them. I think they're gonna spoiler. I got them winning the division. Or I think I said that earlier, but or I lied. I don't even remember who I had winning the divisions. I don't remember back that far.
You probably have the Bills.
But if I didn't have the Bills, I have the Bills now. So I think they're gonna easily win the division. Jets will be whatever. I don't know. It'll be weird. But I got Josh Allen having a really good year.
You can go ahead, Nick.
For MVP, I have Justin Herbert.
Mm.
See, I also have Justin Herbert.
Oh, you also? That's interesting. Honestly, I think he could just have a fucking insane year because you're gonna have to run the ball, or you're gonna have to pass the ball a lot. They are going to have an improved offensive line. The defense is like basically the same, but it just got hella hurt last year, like the Chargers.
The whole team got hurt last year.
Yeah, like the Chargers always.
Oh, I can definitely see it if Keenan Allen and Mike Williams stay alive.
I don't even think they need to. Low key, Keenan Allen can die again. They have Quentin Johnson now.
True.
Quentin Johnson could just kind of fill in a little bit of a role. Still got fucking Gerald Everett, Austin Eckler. The offense is going to be the same except adding Quentin Johnson.
Yeah.
So if they can, like, just like win those close games, which I think eventually they are. Like we all know Justin Herbert's a good quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
It's just him putting it together in those late game scenarios, as well with Brandon Staley. But I think Justin Herbert can do it.
Brendan Staley is a very funny coach to me because it was all last
He's
year
kind of a meme coach.
that Brendan Staley would wake up in the morning and be like, all right, how can we lose this game?
Yeah.
What's a funny way the Chargers can lose this game? Like, that's just how the Chargers worked. Like, he'd be going for it on, like, 4th and 5 and stuff, and, like, they wouldn't get it, and they're just like, like, it's just so stupid. Like, it's like, whoa, how did we not get it? Like, and then they're already on your side of the field, and you just fucking lose. But I like Justin Herbert. I've always liked Justin Herbert, and he just got paid.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at, like, so last year, Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, they were both fucking done for
when
the
one
entire
was in,
year.
the other one wasn't.
Yeah, and then, so we still put up 4,700 yards, 25 TDs to 10 interceptions, but if they're healthy...
Only 25 TDs, really?
Yeah. And then...
I think he destroys that this year.
Austin Eckler had a lot of rushing touchdowns.
Yeah,
last year.
okay, that's probably why then.
And then the year prior, 2021, he had 5,000 passing yards and
Yeah.
38 touchdowns.
That's more like
and
him.
15 interceptions.
That's
So
more
if
like
you
him.
have, like I said, knock on wood, because the Chargers are one of those teams and Justin Herbert's one of those quarterbacks where, like, they talk about Mahomes, Burrow,
Mhm.
and Allen, but, like, what do they do that Justin Herbert doesn't do? Like, I don't think there's that big of a gap between those three guys and Herbert in terms of skill-wise.
Mhm.
So, like, if he has a healthy, like, receiving core, like, he could get up to 5,000 yards again and easily get up to 35-plus touchdowns.
I think he could, too. I think that's pretty easy.
I think half of it is just winning the games.
Yeah.
Like that's really it. It's just like winning those close games. 'Cause
It's
we
getting
see-
down. It's always playing from behind. Like,
yeah, it's always like we know that the AFC, they're always going to be in these big shootout
Uh-huh.
games. It's
So,
just
if the Chargers can kind of, like, keep afloat and, like, maybe win, like, double-digit games, like, maybe get, like, 10 or 11 wins, you're going to get in the playoffs. And you're going to end up playing, like, I don't even know, get a Chargers-Jags matchup again, like, somewhere
Yeah.
around there.
Yeah.
So, I think he could easily put up 5K yards and about almost 40 touchdowns.
Because they always...
15 picks is a little sus, but...
They talk about, like, the social media QB shit with Justin
Yeah.
Herbert, but, like, they only talk about it with Justin Herbert and, like, nobody else.
He's also San Diego, like, the Chargers. No one talks about the Chargers. Like, they're just one of those teams that are always good, but they never get talked about. Just like the Titans. The Titans are always good, and they never get talked about. The Titans have won the division the past, like, 3 years.
But nobody takes the Titans seriously.
And
because-
the Chargers are also in the division with the Chiefs. So, it's not like they're going to win the division.
And even last year, you had, like, that division with the Chiefs. They already get all the talk, and then you had the Broncos last year, who was getting
Just being
hella
shit.
talk and, like, all the attention. So, like, the Chargers kind of went under the radar, good and kind of bad, because they did have a hurt ass team last year, and they did blow a lot of leads. And then they had a big ass lead in the playoffs, and then
They
blew
blew the
that shit.
Yeah, that's kind of tough.
So I do expect
Austin Eckler can have all these touchdowns all he wants. He ain't going to be in a Pro Bowl. He ain't a Pro Bowler yet.
That's insane.
Ain't been in the Pro Bowl yet. They might as well go get Melvin Gordon. Bring his ass back.
No.
Might as well go get Kalen Balaj.
Kalen Balaj, is he even on our roster anymore?
I think he's on the Steelers.
Let's go.
He was last time I figured it out.
He'll get a starting job someday.
So you have Josh Allen, me and Nick have
Herb.
Justin Herbert.
Go ahead with your deep boy.
I think it's kind of obvious. I think Micah Parsons is going to win deep way.
I also have Micah Parsons.
It's either him or Joey Bosa.
Nick, you can be a fan if you want to.
Or not Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa.
I have TJ Watt.
That's a good one.
I think he's going to break the record.
I think he's going to get hurt.
Okay. That's fair. I mean, yeah.
I think
Like
he's
more
going to...
likely.
I think he's going to do like these nicky-nacky like injuries that are going to kind of keep him out. I'm not saying he's going to get hurt like
Yeah.
crazy, like he's going to like tear something.
It's always a knick-knack kind of
It's going to be like a knick-knack, like back spasms or something that's going to make him miss like 1 or 2 games or something. And I think he could come close easily to break, what is it, like 20-something?
22 and a half.
That's what I was
which he
thinking.
tied.
He could get there. I think I have...
He tied it with missing 2 games.
That's insane. Yeah, fuck.
I need to do it.
I had Parsons last year, and then I feel
So did I.
he was
I'm a
elite.
Cowboys fan. I fucking love Marshall Parsons.
I had
Did Nick win it last year?
yeah,
That's what I thought.
because I had the parlay. I started a parlay like September, threw 10 on Justin Jefferson to win Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
And Mike Parsons to win DPOY. Justin Jefferson wrapped that shit up when Tyreek Hill, Tua got hurt, so Tyreek Hill, was pretty much out of the race, and it was only Jefferson. And then Micah Parsons was leading it all the way because Bosa was hurt, and then Bosa comes in and tees up at, the last 5-6 games, and then they gave it to him. But going back to, the QB1 real quick, because Will, who's not here, also sent me his, awards, so we'll gloss over them real quick. He has Parsons winning DPOY, and then he has a sleeper, in my opinion, for MVP and Lamar Jackson, something I could definitely see if he stays healthy all year.
Okay.
Because he's going to put up, and
Yeah.
say what you want about Odell being healthy or not, that's just another weapon, and the Ravens have been lacking weapons receiver-wise for years now.
Yeah, stay healthy.
So if they all stay healthy, I could definitely see Lamar Jackson being in that race for MVP because he's gonna get all the rushing stats for it.
Mhm.
And then so you have T.J. Watt, I have Parsons. We both have Parsons. And then go ahead with wherever you want to hop on to next.
Offensive Player of the Year.
Offensive player of the year.
I think Justin Jefferson's going to win it again. I think it's going to be pretty easy. I think he's going to probably win Offensive Player of the Year for a while. Unless someone... Because he's probably going to lead the league in receiving. Did he have it last year or did Tyreek get it last year?
He had it last year.
So,
Jefferson had it.
it's basically whoever leads in receiving is going to win it. It's either going to be him or Jamar, I think.
Because him and Jamar were close, and then Jamar got hurt last year and missed a good amount of time. But
and then Tyreek didn't have Tua.
See, I didn't have Jefferson because I just always believe that it's super hard to win an award back-to-back years.
I think he's going to get it. I think I'd go to Jefferson.
You can go ahead, Nick. Who you got?
I have a weird ass pick.
Oh, Jesus.
I have Travis Kelce.
Oh, okay.
I think Travis Kelce is going to have a great year because I think he has to. I think the Chiefs. I know they have Kadarius Toney, Scott. They got a bunch of young receivers.
They're getting worse and worse receiver-wise year in.
But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But
yeah, it doesn't really matter. But I
still
think that
losing
just shines
Juju.
more of a light
Well,
on
they
Travis
still
Kelce.
have MVS.
Yeah.
They still have MVS. They have Kadarius Toney. They have Justin Ross. They have a few guys. There's just a bunch of young guys.
But
That's why I think Travis Kelce is just going to be so much of a part of it.
Travis Kelce's always that guy. He'll always be there.
What do you have? Do you have a fucking 5 touchdown game last year or 4 touchdowns?
Was it
4.
against
I think
the
he had
Raiders?
4.
I think it was
4.
against the Raiders.
I think it also was against the Raiders.
Raiders or the Chargers. It was one of those two teams.
I think it was the Raiders.
He was talking about it.
I think it was the Raiders because that was the game he got
the Raiders.
in the fight with Max Crosby.
Yeah.
I have 2. I was in between. I wanted to be different.
Okay.
Because it could easily just be Jefferson or Chase. Kelce, I like Kelce. That was a out-of-the-box pick. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Somebody who's going to get hella targets. I was looking on FanDuel, just looking at odds, plus 3,000. Hear me out.
I think you missed with that one.
No, I don't think I missed. And then my second pick was Lamar Jackson. Those were my 2. Because I knew you were going to be basic. I thought he was going to be more basic.
I don't think a quarterback's going to win Offensive Player of the Year.
You don't think so?
If a quarterback's going to win
I don't think so either because I think MVP is such a
quarterback dynamic,
now. And it just feels like
Amon-Ra makes more sense than Lamar.
Yeah, I was just trying
Because
to I was
Lamar's a
trying to pick a
quarterback.
different receiver.
Amon-Ra he ain't even going to be a top 5
You don't think
receiver in the league. No.
so? You don't think so?
No.
I don't think so either.
I'm not saying top 5 talent, but I think he will get the targets he needs. Because he's always been top 10, top 5 in targets the past 3 years.
He can do whatever he wants. It's just the players that are above him are going to do better than him.
I'm going to go Amon-Ra.
That's so out of left field.
That's
It
crazy.
is. It is. I'm going Amon-Ra.
I like how crazy it is, but that's crazy.
You
Also-
got Tyreek Hill, Jefferson, Chase, Cup, all these receivers.
I'm
that,
taking Kupp out of
even
it.
running backs.
Devontae-
Even a running back can
Adams,
win Offensive Player of the Year.
I'm taking Devontae Adams out of it.
Devontae Adams,
I'm taking him well out of it.
he get
Why?
why
Who's
Why?
throwing him the ball?
better than the guy who was throwing it to him last year?
Who was it then?
Derek Carr
Oh,
and Jared Stidham.
okay. No. Derek Carr slander. Because I have the Saints winning the division.
You're missing.
I'm not missing.
You're
I'm
missing.
not missing.
You're missing.
I'm
You're
not
missing.
missing.
Devontae Adams is a top 5 receiver.
No, I know that.
right now.
Devontae Adams is a top 2 receiver.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know,
How do you even say that?
You know,
Diggs.
my fault for trying to be different. My fault.
Stephon Diggs?
My fault.
Debo Samuel?
No, fuck it.
No, I heard so.
AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, CD.
CeeDee Lamb?
He does have America's quarterback.
DJ Moore?
DeAndre Hopkins?
No.
Damn.
I just went way out of left field.
You're crazy, man.
No.
That was a wicked one.
When we get to a couple weeks into the season, Amon-Ra goes from plus 3,000 to plus 2,000. I'm talking shit.
He won't. He
I'm
won't.
talking
So
shit. It's also he's won me damn near like in my fantasy leagues towards the end of the year. Like the past 3 years I've been in fantasy.
he can do good all he wants. He ain't getting no award. No Detroit Lions players getting an award.
Not even no, we'll get there.
Except for that one don't even count.
We can get in the coach of the year.
Dan Campbell.
You think it's Dan?
That's
Campbell?
about it. And he's not even a player. He coach.
So who did you have, Nick, for coach of the year?
Yeah, Dan Campbell.
He's literally gonna make it because the Lions are gonna squeak into the playoffs. That's exactly how they're gonna do it. They're gonna get
I
like
think if they make the playoffs, he wins it basically.
He's like a lock for it if they make it.
Yeah.
They're gonna get like the last seed or something because they're gonna get like second in the division or something, and they're gonna have it's gonna come down to like the last game or something against you guys or
'Cause we
like
play them 2
against
out of
the
the
Packers
3.
or something, and they'll have like 8 wins or something. They'll be like 8-8, and then they go 9-8 to get the final like win.
Playoff spot.
That'll be the
Final
final
wild card
playoff spot, and they'll flex it or something to like a Monday night game. So it matters. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Because it would be us versus the Lions, and
Yes.
we play them 2 of the last 3 games of the season. Because it's like Lions and Vikings, then we play somebody random, and then we play the Lions again.
Yes.
And I think
So-
the last game of the season's in Minnesota.
I think if the Lions make the playoffs, he is gonna get it. If they
I
don't,
agree.
the Falcons coach
Oh my god.
is going to win Coach of the Year because they're going to win the division, and we're gonna get a home NFC game in Atlanta. When's the last time we saw that? Whenever they went to the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't even want to get into the Falcons. That team's scrappy.
No, we'll get into it because I know where you got
Big
them.
Falcons guy.
I have like Dan Campbell's obviously the easy choice. Another one like Sean Payton just because it's the Broncos. They could just for the storyline, but
I don't believe it.
if the Lions do make the playoffs, it's pretty much a lock.
Yeah.
Unless some like team comes out of nowhere.
Unless they just want to give it to fucking, I don't even know. Whoever has the most amount of wins.
Yeah.
Like they could just like give it to Andy Reid.
That's what I mean.
15 wins.
Be like, oh, here you go, Sirianni or whoever the Eagles coach is.
Andy Reid, like looking at like FanDuel, like looking at like just the odds of all the awards. Andy Reid's the last to win it at plus
That's
5.
weird.
Plus 5,000.
That's so weird.
Him and Sirianni are like bottom 5 to win odds wise.
Probably because it's kind of hard to win. It's kind of hard to win Coach of the Year coming off a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Like going to the Super
Yeah.
Bowl.
They always
That's
give it to the
like
teams
the
coming up. Not
It's the teams coming up.
not the teams that are solidified.
It's
They
basically whatever shit team like
gets their shit together.
just gets their shit together. Like if the Bears win if the Bears go to the playoffs, we might fucking our coach Eberflus might fucking get it. Matt Nagy has a Coach of the Year
Yeah, he does.
because we won the division.
Yeah.
Offensive rookie of the year.
I think I had Anthony Richardson.
I have Anthony Richardson.
I think they're gonna do bad, but I think he's gonna be the consistent. It's either him or CJ Stroud, because I think both of them. It's gonna go to a quarterback, because I think both of them they're probably gonna be healthy if they can stay healthy. They're gonna do decent unless they do get pulled just for how bad the teams are actually doing. I'm not saying that I'm saying the team's gonna do bad. The players might not do bad.
Mm-hmm.
I got one of them getting it.
No Bijan.
I'm not
I'm
big on
going
Bijan.
Just-
I
I know
think
you're not
that's
big on
I
him.
think that's going to end up being running back by committee,
Yeah.
and I think that's how they're gonna.
Algier.
I and Cordero Patterson.
Yeah.
Because they
Right.
said he wasn't even.
When I look at the depth chart, I see Bijan Robinson running back 3. So I don't know what is going on with that.
That could change though easily.
It could change. I think they're gonna have him in a lot, but it's just so weird. I don't even think they should have drafted Bijan. I think you had Tyler Algier who ran for 1,000 yards last season.
It's definitely not.
What is the problem?
It's definitely with how like because we're talking about how like running backs are getting treated nowadays. Like even in that same position, like yeah, Bijan looks like a generational kind of back, but like
They think he's
coulda
gonna be like
addressed another
Saquon.
need.
They think he's going to be like a Saquon, and I respect it, but I think that I think that's going to be a quarterback award.
He was top 10, right? He was like
Yeah.
8 or 9 or something.
It might have been even earlier than that.
I think it was like 4 or
Yeah.
5.
He was the first running back off the board.
Yeah.
But Stroud's a sneaky one if the Texans are actually decent.
They should be
I
well
think-
improved.
I think
Gibbs
Bryce
is
Young has the
sleeping.
worst odds to win it. I think Bryce Young is not going to even come close to it because I think the Panthers are also just going to be bad,
Yeah.
As they should.
as they should.
Who did you have for it, Nick?
I have Bijan, but I think Jahmyr Gibbs is also
Jahmyr Gibbs will be a good one.
pick for it.
It depends on what they do with the running back like splits. Like they had Jamal and Swift last year, and like they're literally just going to do the exact same thing. I think with Montgomery and Gibbs.
I think they will, but I also think there is a small chance they won't, basically because Swift was maybe more of an injury reason they did that.
I
I'm
hope
hoping,
it.
maybe.
I hope it doesn't turn into all right, Gibbs, you're gonna run us all the way down the field, blah blah blah. Montgomery, you're gonna come get the touchdown. Montgomery's gonna come 1 rush, 2 yards, touchdown.
Yeah.
So I hope it doesn't turn into that.
It could.
Who do you have?
I had Anthony Richardson.
Okay.
Just for the same reason you said. It's just the rushing attack that he has over like Stroud and Young, really. And then defensive rookie of the year.
I think it's gonna be Will Anderson. I think
Will
that's the easy
Anderson.
one.
Yeah.
I also don't really know anyone else
If there's
on
any
the defensive side of the ball.
if there's any lock award this year, like other than like what it seems like comeback player of the year, I think it's Will Anderson.
Probably. I think he's gonna right as he gets on the field, he's gonna make an impact.
Well, isn't
I got Jalen Carter.
yeah, Jalen Carter too, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Did the legal stuff blow over?
Yeah, I don't even think
Okay.
they're worried about that right now.
Okay. Because now teams are because he was falling and he was like
Mhm.
it was
We were
him
supposed to
and
get
Will
him.
Anderson, yeah.
And then we didn't.
So I think it's Will Anderson and Jalen Carter. It's either or. Comeback player of the year. See,
It's gonna be DeMar Hamlin.
it's gonna be DeMar Hamlin.
Okay, we'll all agree. It's gonna be DeMar Hamlin.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
the big old but. I think Lamar's probably gonna if it's not DeMar Hamlin.
It's really because on FanDuel it's DeMar Hamlin minus 450 and that's everybody else in the thousands.
That's insane.
Like everybody else is in the thousands.
That's insane.
I'm taking Cooper Kupp. Easy.
Cooper Kupp's a
But
good one.
also, I'm putting in an early 2024 bet on Tim Patrick. After 2 years in a row of season-ending injuries, I'm putting in an early bet.
Feels bad.
Next year for him to win it.
I mean, you could even go like.
I'm surprised you're not going somebody like because they got
What's a sneaky one?
TJ Watt's up
TJ. I
here.
was gonna say TJ.
TJ Watt's up here.
Oh, I thought I cooked. You shouldn't have said that. I thought I cooked thinking of that.
I said before the pod, like a sleeper
was
one
like-
I had was Calvin Ridley, but like, but like the comeback player of the year.
Is that
award
even a
was-
sleeper one? I was saying,
No.
I feel like people think. I think people know he's gonna do good.
Yeah,
Or like assume he's gonna do good.
but like the comeback player of the year awards, it's not like you're coming off of an injury or anything. It's like Gino, like you either just played like shit and then you just get the award.
Well, I mean, the comeback works for Ridley just because he literally didn't play all season.
Yeah,
The only one it didn't work for was Gino, because he was just shit. And then he came back and did good, and the Seahawks made the playoffs, and they just gave it to him
another sneaky one is Tua's on here.
to if he stays healthy.
Brees Hall's on here, but he's
No.
he's gonna miss
Yeah,
too
no.
much time.
Yeah,
I feel
no.
like, and that you got Dalvin.
And they have Dalvin Cook still.
Yeah. Other than that, like it's like Sam Darnold on here, man. Don't let Sam Darnold get that.
He didn't even get hurt.
He was shit.
He was just shit.
He was shit.
Like, that's a bad one.
Yeah, I mean, so DeMar Hamlin's now minus 350, and then everybody else is 2,000 and up.
Yeah, that makes sense. That means $35 will get you $10 for DeMar Hamlin.
It's $10 though.
It might be a free $10. That's the thing.
Now we're wrapped up with all the awards. We can get into playoffs. I know we all did something kind of different for the playoffs. Like we can start in the NFC. Just go through all the teams you have making it.
I just wrote down teams that like. So I have like the winners of each division, and then like the wild card teams because it's 7 teams, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I have everybody that wins the division 3 wild cards. but I don't have them in like seeding wise.
I have them in seeding.
I don't have them in
the records
seeding.
helped me like.
And yeah, I didn't give them like records or anything, but I got obviously Eagles. The easy ones are like Eagles, 49ers. I have the Vikings winning the division. Just if the Lions or Bears come in second, I think the Packers are going to be shit. So I mean, if they might surprise me. I also got the Falcons winning the division. That division is wide open for anybody besides the Panthers.
We had a Madden franchise and nobody picked that division.
Yeah, no one. That was a free win.
Yeah,
that's free division.
Playoff spot.
I think the Falcons are like one of the greatest, like, or one of the best, like, up and coming teams. Like, I didn't mean to say greatest.
One of the greatest.
They got huge Desmond Ritter guy right here. I fucking love Desmond Ritter.
Big Desmond Ritter guy.
Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan. They got good O-line.
So are they using Kyle Pitts like they should this year?
I think so. I think you don't have to worry about this whole Mariota situation going down and like your little quarterback controversy. Ritter is coming in season. This is his first season. He's going to start all the games if they're healthy. I think the offense going to be sneaky good. It's just the defense that worries me. But they did just sign. They have Calais Campbell in there. Grady Jarrett's still in there. Linebackers are somewhat decent. Your secondary is pretty good. You just added Jeff Okudah. Like, you're in the worst division in football. Do the thing.
Yeah.
It can't be that hard. You just have to stop Derek Carr and Baker fucking Mayfield.
When Baker leads the Bucs to the playoffs, and then he's on quarterback next season.
And then I got the Lions in the wild card. I have Lions, Cowboys, and Giants in the wild card.
Basically the same. Same as this past year. You're replacing the Seahawks with the Lions.
Basically, yeah. And then the Falcons.
Oh yeah, Falcons. I mean, the NFC's kind of boring in my opinion because it is kind of the same. It's so top heavy. So I have Eagles. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get it out now because I know he has some absolutely crazy shit that he's gonna say.
What?
I have Eagles, Niners, Vikings, Saints winning their divisions.
Bullshit.
And then Cowboys, Lions, and Giants has my wild cards.
Yeah. I think the NFC East easily sends 3. I think they easily send 3 teams. I think there's 3 teams right there that are going to get over 9 wins, 10 wins.
No way we're going to lose to the Giants again at home.
Oh, you will.
No way we're going to lose to the Giants again at home.
They got Darren Waller, Jalen Hyatt now. They revving up that defense. Giants actually might not be poverty now.
Oh.
No, they're poverty.
Don't even get me started with y'all.
Go ahead, man.
So, I got the Eagles in the 1 spot. So, for all the division leaders, I got the Eagles. Then, for the 2 spot, the Niners. 3 spot, the Lions. And 4 spot, the Saints. I'll take the Saints win that division. Come on now. Derek Carr, stand up.
I also have Saints. Yeah, come on.
I'll put bread on it.
And then, for my wild cards, I have the Cowboys, the Seahawks, and the Bears.
Disgusting.
So I have the Vikings missing the playoffs.
Disgusting.
Come on.
I got the Bears sneaking in a 9-8 to take the last wild card.
Come on.
See, like, I'll say that's disgusting. Bears lost me so much coin last season.
Yeah.
Never covered
every week I told you not to take them. You did.
Nah, Zoe sent like that 5-game stretch that you guys have against like 5 really good teams or whatever. Yeah. And I was like, I'm gonna look at the Bears schedule, see what we got going on. I couldn't find a stretch where that's like hard. Like it's like we play. The only bad thing is that we play the Chiefs this year, like their division.
Yeah.
And like we probably won't win a game in any of those. We probably won't even beat the Raiders. But it's gonna be it's so like our schedule looks so wishy-washy. Like we really could go 8-8 and have it like come down to like that final game and have us go 9-8 and make the playoffs.
It could be like it's not even
easily could do that.
It could get to the point where like because the Vikings and Lions play each other so late back to back, basically back to back games in the end of the season. Like it could be a spot where like you guys need like the Lions to win or something, or you guys need us to win.
Because I was just looking at it. And it's so, like... Because we'll play these bad teams. So, like, we come in, and it's like, Packers aren't very good. Bucks aren't good. Then it's, all right, we play the fucking Chiefs. Be like, in Arrowhead. Be like, oh, wow, we're going to lose that game. Then it's like, Broncos, Commanders. Be like, okay, both those teams aren't very good. Then it's like, Vikings, Raiders, Chargers. And then it's like, okay, whatever. Then Saints, Panthers, like some of these teams. We played the Cardinals this year, and we're probably gonna fucking lose.
No, you're not.
No.
Our last game of the season is against the Packers.
I mean, looking at like the Vikings schedule right now, just looking at the stretch of games. I mean, we played the Eagles and the Chargers in the first 2 of the first 3 weeks of the season. Then we got to go play the Chiefs. Then we do have a stretch then we got the Niners. Then we got Packers, Falcons, Saints, and then Broncos, and then the Bears, and then Raiders. Then we got Bengals, Detroit, Packers, Detroit has our last 5 games. But I'm a realistic fan. It's up in the air. It could go either way. I would think that the Lions have a better shot than the Bears do right now of winning the division. That's just me.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
No Packers love.
No Packers love.
No Packers love. No. No.
They're not going to be horrid, but like they're going to be
5 wins.
I got 5 wins.
6 wins at max.
Cold Day in Lambeau. They're going to fuck around, beat Vikings, Bears, and the Lions.
Oh no, I think that the ESPN's gonna fucking slob the Packers if Love like actually does something. Like they were showing his stats.
Hot, they're gonna suck off the Packers.
Yes, and they showed like some passes from like Jordan Love. Like, bruh,
I think he'll be a good QB eventually.
You got your starting offense in there against these fucking third string DBs, bro. Like, come on. I ain't believing that. I'm not doing that.
So you have the Vikings basically being on the bubble. They'll like be the team that missed out.
Yeah, I have you guys as like the last miss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who would you guys say wins this side of the bracket in playoffs, just from right now?
Who wins the NFC?
Yeah.
I think it's either the Eagles or the 49ers.
I think it's the Eagles or the Cowboys. I don't think Brock Purdy's him.
I
think they're going to have problems by the end of the year.
I just can't see a world where the Cowboys are in the fucking Super Bowl.
It's just I would.
No, I get it.
So I'm not.
I wouldn't.
The three-peat starts this year.
I want to say it's the Eagles, but like with the way like my like bracket fills out for, like the Cowboys will have to beat the Eagles and the Niners to get to the Super Bowl.
Not happening.
I don't think that happens because if the
Well.
Cowboys wanted to go to the Super Bowl, they would have to win the division over the Eagles.
And to get a home, you'd have to have home field advantage for sure.
Especially if you're gonna have to play both the Eagles and the Niners. Because right now they're gonna have to go to Philly.
Yeah, fuck you guys for real.
We're gonna win the division. Now I'm changing my pick. Cowboys win the division.
I just don't.
I might have the
know.
Giants to win the division
We're
over
the
you
best
guys.
defense in football.
See, everybody says that, so they gotta go play the Niners. Everybody says they're the best defense.
When
so
Brock
they gotta
Purdy
go play
puts
the
up
Niners.
303 touchdowns on y'all head, God,
It'll be funny.
Sports are gonna be all over that.
all the Kittle.
Week 1, Daniel Jones goes 4 touchdowns. I'm gonna be.
You guys play the Giants week 1?
You know we always do.
Yeah,
We always do.
we always play the Packers week 1.
It's always Sunday Night Football.
Is it really?
It's not always, but like usually.
Oh, I
You
was
got-
gonna say
that game is Sunday night.
We play in the
football.
afternoon.
Yeah, we usually always get Sunday Night Football week 1 against the Giants.
I think we have Fox like game of the day or whatever, like for the afternoon
game
for the
50
afternoon slate.
325.
Yes,
Yeah, we played Tampa week 1.
that's disgusting. What
We
the
played
fuck?
Tampa week
Baker's
1.
about to win that.
Who set that up? Like, who was like, hey, Minnesota and Tampa should play? Is it in Tampa? It's got to be
I
right.
think so.
Y'all got to lose that game.
Oh no, Baker's gonna come out and put at least 300 on our head. Mike Evans. Mike Evans has
Evans been so crazy.
has like 110, like
2 tutties.
2 tutties.
Oh man,
Jefferson fuck around have like 150, and we
who's
still
their
lose.
who's their running back?
Rashad
Is it
White.
It is Rashad White. Damn.
But
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be the Eagles. Like the Eagles are gonna play the Niners again, and like even if Brock Purdy like wasn't hurt, I think the same result was gonna fucking happen. Even though like they couldn't throw the football, but I think
it could come down to Eagles like Cowboys to go to the like bowl,
Mm-hmm.
but like, I just don't see the Cowboys winning that. It'll be a tough game for sure because it's a division matchup, but you'd be in Philly to go to the Super Bowl. I don't think Dak just got that dog in him.
Probably doesn't.
He probably does.
Hey.
I think that's where you bring in Trey Lance
In
in the NFC North Championship
No,
game.
that's when you bring
fresh
in-
off the bench.
That's when you bring in Cooper Rush. Somebody who really got that dog in him.
No, dude, Dak's going to get hurt in the NFC Championship. We're going to bring Trey Lance in, and he's going to lead a game-winning drive.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
That's how easy it is.
I wouldn't even want
Sure.
to see it undisputed or first take that next day. Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp collectively killing Dak Prescott. Before we get into the AFC, I thought this was funny. So it's like on Undisputed, they have Michael Irving and fucking Skip, like 2 Cowboys writers. And then now, like, First Take is the opposite of that now because you have Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp who are like
Stephen A. is
opposite of the
a
Cowboys.
or they're both Packer fans actually. I think Stephen A. Oh no, yeah, I think Stephen A. and Shannon
Shannon's
are.
like Broncos fan.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, he played for the Broncos.
I know, but I thought he was a Packers fan.
Well, I think he was more like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Probably. I think Stephen A. is a Packers fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Aaron Rodgers
Yeah.
guy. But we can get into the AFC.
Well, for my division winners, I have the Chiefs winning the division, obviously. I got the Titans winning this motherfucker. Like, that's just what the Titans do.
We were such a Jacksonville podcast
I
last
had
year.
them getting last.
And we're still... that's crazy. That's wicked. Don't lie. You know you have them in second.
I do not have them getting second.
That's wicked. This dude don't know ball.
So
Then I got the Bengals, Bills.
to the Texans, Nick.
I got the Bengals and the Bills both winning the divisions. And I got the Jags coming in the wild card again. And then I got the Ravens and the Dolphins. That's going to be your AFC picture. You know there's got to be a game.
Say the Raiders.
No Raiders.
Oh, okay.
Dolphins. There's
Okay.
got to be a game. There's always a playoff game in Tennessee. Always. And Ryan Tannehill comes out and shits the bucket, and they lose. That's just how it goes. Because the Titans always win the division. That's how they always get a home game.
So I got the Chiefs with the 1 seed, and then for the other division winners, I got the Bengals, the Jags, and the Bills. And then for wild card, I got the Ravens, the Dolphins, and the Chargers. So I got the same playoffs as last year, I think. And I got the Broncos as the last miss.
That's where I lose my parlay because they didn't make the
Oh
playoffs.
no, I got the Jets as the last miss. Sorry,
The Broncos are not making the playoffs.
fuck the Jets.
So that's valid.
Mine is Ravens, Dolphins, Chiefs, and Jags for the division winners. My 3 wild cards are Chargers, Bills, and Bengals. Jets are the bubble team. Just because.
Chargers, Bills, Bengals as wild cards.
Yes.
That's a crazy wild card.
Huge.
That's
Huge. Huge
goddamn.
Raven. Okay. For
That's the strongest wild card group.
But like, that's just how tough the AFC is. Like looking at the
No, you're
Ravens. Like I have the Ravens being the 1 seed.
What?
Yes. I have them winning 13 games. They have the Chiefs as 2.
That's why I hate this shit, man.
How? So having the Ravens
I
be
can't
the
take
number,
this shit serious.
I can't take this
having
shit
the
seriously.
Ravens like be the best team in the AFC record wise is crazy.
I think so, yeah.
A little bit. You
Think
think
so?
that offense is going to be that good?
I think their
Who's the
defense is
number 1
gonna
wide
carry.
receiver?
It would be. No.
I just want to know your.
It would be-
I know who it
They
is.
gonna
It'll be
randomly lose to
Bateman.
the Steelers.
It's Bateman by default, but that
Yes.
is not.
Bateman?
Technically Andrews.
Mark Andrew, yeah, but tight end. But
I think 13 wins for the Ravens is
That's
kind of
crazy.
crazy. It's kind of wicked.
I don't see. I got them winning.
13-4 in that conference is really crazy.
It could be, but that's how tough. That's how tough it is.
It could be.
That's how tough it is.
Let me peep this. Let me peep this schedule.
But Bills in the wild card because just cause I think they might have the toughest stretch I've ever seen like in an NFL schedule in the last like 5 to 6 weeks. And I think there's just no way they're gonna be able to like maintain it because I'll pull up the Bills schedule right now. Because I know they play a combination of the Chiefs, Eagles, Cowboys, Chargers within like the last 5 games. I don't think that's crazy having the. I'm also a big Lamar.
I could
guy.
see them getting like
No, that's crazy.
at max.
Because I'm going to look at the Ravens schedule now.
At max, like 11 wins or 10 wins.
Okay, so I have the Bills schedule right here, and before we started, I was like going through it and making my like bracket. I was like, I know how good the Bills are. They're gonna call me fucking crazy, but look at their last like stretch of games. Jets, Eagles, enter the bye. You come out of the bye. KC, Dallas, Chargers, New England, and Miami. Those are their last 7 games.
Yeah, but you gotta think those are also divisional games. So you know those teams obviously a lot better than the other teams.
And they're away.
And I think they're still gonna beat them with no problem.
They're away.
You could say
4 out of 7.
they probably split against like the Jets, just because the Jets will find one way to beat them.
You could say they split with.
They won't split with the Patriots.
Say they split with Miami.
Sure. They probably beat the Cowboys. I would say the Bills beat the Cowboys. That's not a crazy thing. And then they'll definitely beat the Chargers.
They're gonna beat KC.
No.
I just think it's a tough stretch of games.
Actually, since it's a regular season game, probably. Is it in KC?
Yep.
They could win that game. Because KC won't give a fuck, because they'll just beat them in the playoffs.
That Dallas game, when they do play Dallas, it's in Buffalo.
Yeah, oh my god, they might beat you guys by 30.
The Ravens, so you have the Ravens going 13-4.
Yeah.
I just found a 6-week stretch where I think they might lose that many games.
No shot.
This is a 6-week stretch.
Is it the 49ers and Seahawks?
Bengals, Chargers, Rams, Jaguars, 49ers, Dolphins. I could see them just beating the Rams and the Dolphins. They lose to the Jags, 49ers, Chargers, and Bengals.
No.
Okay.
I just,
All right.
No.
No. You just go. Sure. Like on October 15th at 8:30 in the morning, they're losing to the Titans in fucking London. I'm letting you know.
Oh, the London game. The London game.
Looking at that stretch of games, Bengals at home, night game. I'm not just gonna say the Bengals are gonna win that fucking game. That's up in the air. I don't think the Bengals win that game.
Okay.
Then I think they go beat the Chargers. They get an easy one against the Rams.
So no. So you're gonna say the Bengals can't go into the Ravens in a night game and win, but the Ravens can go into the Chargers in a night game and win?
Fuck yeah. Yep. I'm staying on this Ravens hill. I'm not saying they're gonna win the Super Bowl, but I think they could get
13 wins is so crazy. Like, I think the Ravens are gonna do good. Not that good. As the 1 seed,
yes.
you damn near might as well have Lamar as your MVP if they're gonna be the 1 seed.
You should.
Because that's what's gonna have to happen.
It could happen. He's also my sleeper for MVP, so. I said this on like a couple pods ago when we did division rankings. I said the Ravens were winning the division, and I said Lamar was gonna have a monster fucking year.
I don't remember you saying in the 1 seed. I do remember you saying that Lamar was gonna have a monster year though.
And then Dolphins at 2. That Dolphins could either be I wouldn't say they would be the 1 seed, but they could be all over the playoff bracket, in my opinion, depending on if Tua stays healthy. And then Jets do miss it. Like Jets, Broncos, probably the teams on the bubble that are going to miss it. And then I just think the Bills have a tough stretch where I can see them dropping some games. And then, Bengals, like looking at it right now, we'd see Jags and Bengals play each other, Dolphins and Bills, and then Chiefs and Chargers. That's how it would like shape up. Like when I'm
AFC is it just bangs in the playoffs every year? That's just
it would have been crazy last year. It's just there was a bunch of like Dolphins were hurt and then the Ravens were hurt.
Yeah.
And the Ravens Bengals game was still a good game.
They should have won.
Yeah.
But who's the team that's coming out of the AFC? Is it just the Chiefs?
Yes. Until I see the Chiefs not go in there, I'm not going to say the Chiefs.
I'll go with the Chargers.
Are Herbert MVPs?
Excuse me? The Chargers?
PKs.
That's crazy.
Bro, I could have picked anybody. I was going to go with the Ravens before he just spit out that bullshit. He spilled the ball.
I would say it's either KC or Buffalo.
The Bengals.
I think it's Buffalo over the Bengals.
I got the Bills like 6 out of 7.
Crazy.
I think the only team that they could pick over is Miami.
I'm just not a big Miami guy.
Exactly.
Wait, you just said the Bills are what?
I think the Bills have the second, of my AFC playoff picture. I got them as the second least chance to make the Super Bowl.
So you have.
Fuck the Bills. That's what I'm saying.
So
Okay.
But you have the same as last year. So you got the Jags over the Bills too.
Yes, I would take the Jags to make the Super Bowl over the Bills.
Is that crazy?
Yeah, that's crazy.
He has the Titans.
That's insane.
He damn near got the Titans winning that division.
Yeah, no, I might not say that actually.
Titans are going to win the division.
Maybe not the Jags.
They ain't going to win the
But
conference,
they're gonna be fun.
obviously.
They're gonna be fun though.
Who?
The Jags.
Yeah.
My top
Alright.
3 to go to the Super Bowl would be Chiefs, Ravens, and then Bengals/Bills.
I mean, I saw the Bengals go there one time. Wouldn't be shocked if I saw them go there again.
Yeah. To be for real, the only I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs, Bengals, Ravens, or Bills made it.
It's so tough that the Bengals ran into the buzzsaw that was the Rams.
Yeah.
Looking at how the Rams literally won a Super Bowl 2-3 years ago to what they are now is fucking crazy.
Well, they spent all their assets on.
That's what I mean. They were literally like, "Hey, we're gonna win the Super Bowl, then we're gonna be shit."
Yeah.
They're gonna be awful.
Even last year, they just everybody got hurt last year. That's because they could have had a nice little bounce back.
They had Donald being hurt, Stafford was hurt, Kupp was hurt. Literally your top 3 players right there.
Had
Their offensive, their left tackle, that was all good.
Uh-huh.
out of their all their
Whoever
Ramsey's the only healthy player out of their top guys.
And he ain't even there no more.
Yeah.
He ain't even there now. And Andy's not healthy.
Mm-mm. The only team I'd be shocked about in the AFC is probably the Chargers.
The Dolphins would shock me.
Chargers and Dolphins.
I'd shit if the Dolphins made the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
If the Ravens would shock me. That's about it. If the Jets made it, that'd be fucking crazy.
The Jags would shock me.
If the Jags made it, that'd be insane.
I would.
'Cause their defense is still
At this point,
shit.
the Bills would shock me.
Yeah,
The
that's
Bills
not,
would
even,
shock
that's
me
not
just
crazy.
because they always fail. To do
It doesn't matter. It's just anybody other than the Chiefs.
Yeah.
That's all I need to see.
It just sucks. So the way I have it set up, wow. So you're meaning to tell me the Bills go to Miami, beat the Dolphins? Could happen. Then they gotta go play the Chiefs next round. Then they gotta go play either the Bengals or the Ravens or the Jag. The Bills and the Bengals, whoever is on that side where you have to play the Chiefs or 2 out of the 3 to go, it's hell.
It's gonna be hell. Fuck that.
Chiefs and Bills had probably the best playoff game I've ever watched.
Yep.
2 years ago.
I watched that at Betplex.
It's all right. Teams that would shock me: Chargers and Jags and Dolphins are the only teams that would shock me. Because
Go on that run.
Yeah, because it's just the Jags had it last year. They just ran into the Chiefs. If they were on the other side, you could argue the Jags. Who was up? Who was on the other side? Was it Bills and Bengals on the other side of the bracket last year, and then it was Chiefs and Jags?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Chiefs and Jags, Bills, Bengals. Bills won.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Bills won?
Bengals.
Bengals won?
Bengals won.
Bengals won.
Because the Bengals beat the Chiefs every fucking time they played them that year. But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I mean, I pretty much think it's going to be either a combination of Eagles, Cowboys, Chiefs, Ravens, and Bengals, like in the Super Bowl.
Are we making our official predictions?
We can.
Fuck, okay. Fine, I'll go Chiefs, Cowboys again. Like I did last year.
Do the Cowboys get it done?
Yes. And I got the Cowboys losing to the Chiefs.
I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go what I went last year. I think I'm gonna go Bengals Eagles.
You didn't have the Bills last year?
No, I had Bengals Eagles.
Bengals, Eagles.
I think I had the Eagles winning, but yeah.
It's so hard. Any team other than the Chiefs, it's so hard to get back to
I
the
was
Super
like
Bowl.
4 for 4 on the first, like. Me and Nick were kind of hooping
Yeah, no, we were
for the
going crazy
playoffs.
for
I was
it
getting them
because we
all
both had
right.
We had the Giants winning.
And then Corey got like all of them wrong because he's
got all
shit.
of them wrong. So
I had the Vikings.
Oh my god, the
Fan pick.
Seahawks.
I just wanted Geno Smith. I was
the Seahawks
That was so crazy.
over the 49ers. Fucking psycho.
that was a story pick.
Psycho.
That was a storyline pick
Psycho.
for Geno Smith.
Crazy.
I mean, I think I had Vikings and fucking Chiefs last year.
I think you did too. I know you had the Vikings there.
That's a fan pick, fan
It's
pick.
disgusting.
Do you not take the Bills?
I think you might have Vikings Bills.
I might have Vikings Bills.
I'm going Bengals. Let's go. We're going Bengals, Eagles. Bengals winning that motherfucker.
No.
Eagles lose back to back.
Yep. And then they figure out Jalen Hurts, not that guy.
If he's not the guy,
Nah.
then who is?
Joe Burr gets his ring.
God.
No, you got to have Bengals, Eagles for the story. Be like, one of them's gonna win. Both of them have lost a Super Bowl now. Someone gonna get a ring.
I think I gotta go Eagles. It could be Eagles, Bengals. Eagles. I'm gonna go Eagles. I think it might just be Eagles and Chiefs. It might just be a run back.
Run back.
It might just be a run
I
back.
can see it. I can see it. This Eagles team is just a buzzsaw,
No.
man. Eagles are scary.
Like you,
Cowboys, Jags. Lock it in.
you really want me to believe the Cowboys?
Remember when y'all lost to the Jags last year?
Yeah, in overtime.
In overtime, the big 6.
Oh, that shit was fun.
Dex says he's throwing under 10
No, it was
interceptions.
12.
Under
think it
10.
was 12.
He is not doing
He threw 5 in one practice setting that I watched.
He threw it to Brandon Cooks, who was like 5'6" in double coverage. And it got picked off.
The season's gonna start. He's gonna keep throwing interceptions.
It got picked off, and he was
I'm
like-
not gonna be shown. No, he did it again.
How did he not catch that? It's like,
So they played the Giants on Sunday night the first week.
the Cowboys
Don't play the
do.
Jets.
That defense is going to be a little tough.
No, yeah, our defense is gonna be nasty.
That's going to be a
That's-
defense. I might take the under on that game.
On Giants and
Cowboys. I think both those defenses are going to be hooping.
Oh, these podcast parlays we're about to make. Though. Oh,
I'm going
That's
Cowboys,
so
defense or special teams to score week 1.
that's hard.
Trayvon
That's hard.
Diggs, pick 6, reservations. We're going.
That's hard.
That's hard. That's
going-
hard.
That's hard.
I already know because we'll probably record it on like a Tuesday. And
Darren Waller over catches. Don't care what it is.
Travis Kelce over receiving yards.
Don't care what it is.
Whatever. It would probably be like 77 to like 80 something.
Isaiah Pacheco rushing yards 30.5.
Over.
Over.
No way.
Over.
No way. It's 30.5.
It might be.
That could be like 35.
Like just looking at the first like slate, like oh my god, because last year during the season we would cook up like go through every game, wins and losses and everything else, and then we'd like have our bets or our locks of the weekend.
Our locks. No, we gotta do that again.
Locks of the fucking
We
weekend.
gotta do that again.
I mean, like
We get three locks every weekend.
3 locks.
the amount of times
Yeah.
we absolutely fucking missed is fucking crazy though.
You gotta pick one player prop, one spread or money line, and then a parlay. Okay.
Bang, bang.
All my
And then they all hit it.
it was always Bear spread. It was always Bear spread at 5.5, 5.5, 6.5.
Idiot.
No, week 1 last season had the goated parlay 6-legger. All I needed was just Bengals money line
Tough.
over the Steelers. And I think me and you were on the phone together watching this. McPherson
We were.
missed
Yeah, we
3
were.
straight field goals for them to fucking lose.
Oh, that shit was wild when that happened.
Oh, I was sick.
We were
How's
on the
that?
phone. I couldn't outthought. I was like, this season is starting off with some crazy shit.
It's good. Good time.
The player props, I'm
I can't wait.
feeding for it.
I need them.
But you guys want to wrap it up there?
Sure.
Thank you guys for tuning into the Barrel Talk podcast. Hope to see you in the future episodes.
Yo.